And welcome to CCC Live, the Counselor Community Connection. Hello, I'm Marilyn Harriman, Counselor Coordinator for Oakland Unified Schools, retired. College making it happen. Can a college degree really make a difference? And I know college may not be for everyone, but it's absolutely important that all of our students be prepared for their after high school experience and that they can have meaningful and creative work and employment. And our graduation requirements really do reflect that truth. I believe right now, we're going to hear more about it later, that to graduate from Oakland schools, our students are going to have to meet all university requirements. And we're going to hear about that a little bit more. We're hoping a little later that we'll be joined by a special guest, Dr. William Hines, president of Holy Names University right here in Oakland. And he's going to tell us about the promise that he's made with some of our 9th graders in Oakland. That is very exciting. Tonight we're also going to see a 15-minute video that'll tell us some more about opportunities in college. We've got 3 clips and some very exciting guests, and we hope that you will watch and call in with your questions as they come along the way. And I think there'll be a number on the screen, which will be 510-451-5907. But right now, let's first meet our guests. And let's start with you, Cynthia.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Gonzalez, and I work with the East Bay Consortium as a program coordinator and regional coordinator for Cash for College.
Hi, my name is Yanira Velasquez. I am a 3rd year at San Francisco State. I am also working at the CCIC as a college advisor.
Hello, my name is Noemi Victoria Romero, and I am 11th grader at Life Academy High School.
Hello, my name is Luz Garcia, and I am an 8th grader at CCPA.
Hello, I'm a 8th grader at United for Success Academy.
And your name is?
Oh, Lakinasat.
Hello, my name is Manuel Lopez, and I'm a 9th grader at Skyline High School.
Hello, my name is Chris Nassat, and I'm a 12th grader at Midwest High School.
My name is Savon Whitfield, and I work for Oakland Unified School District as a CTE specialist, that's Career Technical Education.
Hi, my name is Diana Campa, and I'm a program manager for the College and Career Readiness Office in Oakland Unified School District.
Hi, my name is Nancy. I go to Envision Academy, and I'm a junior.
Hi, my name is Daniela Barreto, and I attend Lighthouse Community Charter School, and I'm an 11th grader.
Hi, my name is Victor Romero. I'm a parent of 2 daughters. They're in high school right now. She's here, Victoria Romero, Life Academy, and my other daughter is Damaris Judith. She's in Skyline.
Welcome. We are so happy to have you all here, and we're hoping that other guests may join us. But we have a lot of information packed for you tonight. And I'd like to start with you, Diana. I'd really like you to tell us a lot about what the district is planning for our students and what the things we're doing to help really prepare them, because we know a lot of our kids are struggling. So I know there's some exciting things going on. Do tell us about it.
So in 2009, there was a board resolution passed that stated that all students, all high school students in Oakland Unified should have access to what are called the A to G requirements. And those are the courses that you need to complete in order to be eligible to apply for admission to the University of California or the California State University system. And starting with this year's freshman class, so the class of 2015 and beyond, all of those students will have those requirements as part of their graduation requirements from the district. And so the district understands that because in order to be ready for college, you need to graduate with something meaningful, with a diploma that actually says that you're ready to go to college. And so these requirements are part of that diploma requirements now. And in addition to the A to G for All movement that has now been implemented here in the district, there's also been a movement in high schools called the Link Learning Initiative, and that is supporting career-themed academies and pathways to support students who not only have academic core that is rigorous and college preparatory, but also technical classes that are themed around some sort of a career sector. And along the way, they also have opportunities to participate in work-based learning. And so work-based learning can be anything from a job shadow to having an internship or even a paid job during high school. And so there's 26 academies and pathways across the district that are some have been around for a long time and some are still relatively new. And the initiative that's been supported by the James Irvine Foundation has been supporting a lot of professional development and other improvement upon those pathways, so that students are being offered opportunities that are, again, rigorous and really preparing them for what they need to be ready for college and career. Because whether students choose to go to college or not after they graduate from high school, they should have access to all the classes they need, as well as experiences that will prepare them to be successful with whatever they choose after high school. And I'm going to actually ask my colleague, Savan.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, what are some of the new pathways that have been added?
So the newest pathway is actually at Dewey Academy, and that is health and fitness for lifestyle, I think is what it's called. And in addition to that, we've had the Public Health Academy at Oakland High School, and some of the other newer ones are environmental science, green energy, and Savan, am I forgetting any other ones? Okay, well, so those are the ones that come up. Those are come up to mind as far as the newest.
Okay,
but again,
so that is just so exciting. And now, what I'm wondering, just quickly, how are our kids going to find out about that? I guess in 8th grade, is it that for the next following year? Mm-hmm. How do they find out about it? And is there a place where even parents who want to or looking at it can start planning and see what all those academies are?
Absolutely. So. The options brochure that's going to be published and distributed, I think, in the next couple of weeks from the district, that's made for families that are both transitioning to middle school and also to high school. There's going to be some information that's dedicated specifically to the linked learning pathways and academies. So that's an opportunity for families to learn a little bit more about what the academies and pathways are in the district. And in addition to that, depending on the school sites at the middle schools too, there may be some options events happening specifically for middle schools at a given high school, or excuse me, at a middle school. So if you're a middle school student and you're curious about finding more about that, I would encourage you to ask either a counselor or maybe another teacher or an adult at your school and find out what kind of options events are going to be happening either at your school or maybe at a high school nearby, so that you can go and learn some more about that. And I'm also going to hand it over now to Savan to tell you a little bit about the website that we have that's specific to linked learning.
So our website is linkedlearning.ousd.org. So feel free to visit to learn more about what Diana has told you. Also, just an idea of what we do at the College and Career Readiness Office. I had the opportunity to accompany Far West High School last week, and they went on a field trip to the Opera House costume shop, where they got to see all the costumes. They got to learn about all the different jobs and all the different kind of people, that it takes to put together maybe one opera, and the intricate I guess you can say design that it takes to put together a lot of those costumes. So those are the type of opportunities that you get to experience as we, as a CTE specialist, support the academies and pathways in Oakland. And also we're trying to start a new program called Junior CEOs for Oakland, and that's Community Entrepreneurs of Oakland. So look out for that as well.
Ooh, that sounds fantastic. A lot of times we just don't realize, we say one profession, or like with healthcare or the opera, but there's so many different kinds of jobs in that whole field that just to open up our thinking in that area is really exciting. Kids say they want to be doctors, but they don't realize there's just a huge amount of opportunities in the healthcare field for different people. Okay, well that's exciting. Any other program you'd like to tell us about?
Would you like to?
Yes.
Okay.
One other thing that we'd like to talk to you about is the Career Navigator program that we have available to middle schools and high school students right now. So if your school is using the Career Navigator already, that's awesome. And if you're not, again, ask your teacher, counselor, principal, some adult at your school to find out a little bit more about setting up an account, because it's a web-based program and it's free to everybody in the district that can get an account, so middle schools and high school students. And it's a way for you to take some assessments to find out what you like, what you're good at, what are some jobs that you might be interested in pursuing once you get out of high school, and also not only learning about what kinds of jobs you might be good at, but also how you would go about getting to those jobs. So if it requires some sort of specific technical training, maybe a 4-year degree, maybe some sort of advanced degree or graduate school. So it's a way to learn a little bit more about what kind of path you might be looking at beyond high school to achieve those career goals. And as Marilyn mentioned, because I think sometimes we forget that there's a lot more jobs out there than the few that we might hear about on TV TV or read about in books. And so it's important to have an opportunity to explore the varied opportunities that exist even within like a specific job field like medicine. You could be an accountant for a hospital, so you could be working in medicine but actually be working with numbers if that's what you're into. So it's good to understand that there's lots of different ways to use the skills and interests that you have and still be able to be in a job field that interests you as well.
Oh, that's just great. Thank you so much. I just love that. Cynthia, let's go to you. The East Bay Consortium has been another one of those programs that has done so much to support so many of our students along the way. In fact, they've been supporting this show, I think, since its very beginning. And I'd like you to tell us a little bit about some of the programs for the consortium has going right now. Thanks.
Okay, so we start working with students as early as 5th grade through the I'm Going to College program, where they get 5th graders get to be college students for the day at UC Berkeley. And additionally, we have a pre-collegiate academy where we recruit students from 7th grade, and they stay in our program from 7th through 12th grade through a summer intensive math or math enrichment program that takes place over the summer at Merritt College. And then we meet twice a year for a Saturday program to continue to support students with math throughout the school year. And when those students become seniors, we provide intensive one-on-one support through the college application process, which they've been hearing about since they're in 7th grade. Some services that are open to students in the entire district is our College Information Day, which just took place at UC Berkeley. Happens every fall, every October on the UC Berkeley campus, where we bring over 50 college representatives and offer workshops in English and Spanish. We also host the Cash for College workshops that are coming up for any seniors. Those actually happen all throughout Alameda County and Contra Costa County. And these workshops, you could enter to win a $1,000 scholarship simply by attending, and you would get one-on-one help on completing your FAFSA and your Cal Grant GPA verification forms. And we also have college and career information centers at Life Academy, Met West High School, Casamont, and we provide college advising support at Skyline High School and Sojourner Truth. So we have our college center. If you don't attend one of those schools, you're welcome to attend. We're open from 9 to 6 p.m. here in the same building as Met West High School.
So that's fantastic to have that center. In fact, so anybody in the district could come down and visit that center, couldn't they? Right?
Anyone
right
in
here.
the district. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you can call ahead or drop in.
That's just fantastic. Yanira, now you were a student at Jefferson, is that right? Yeah. One of those 5th graders?
Yes.
And now you're a student at SF State. Mm-hmm. And are you working for the consortium now as well as a college and career advisor? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'd love to hear some of your story. Tell us about what your path has been so far.
Well, I first met the EBC through Going to College program when I was attending Jefferson Elementary in 5th grade. I got to see UC Berkeley, the campus, the mascot, bears, everywhere. Afterwards, I was part of the pre-college academy. And as I went into high school, they started helping me with college applications, with various things for graduating. Then I got accepted to San Francisco State, and now I'm sort of giving back the same services that I got at EBC, and I'm also helping seniors doing the same thing, applying for school right now.
In 5th grade, what did you think you would be doing?
I don't know. I don't remember. My mom says that when I used to talk in the 5th grade, that I used to say that I wanted to go to a 4-year, but I didn't know which one specifically. And but I always liked the medical field. But yeah.
So what kind of impact do you think that program had? You were like one of the first select groups, I think. Mm-hmm. Of 5th graders, and it was just a great idea. And how do you think that affected your classroom and what you guys all did that year?
Well, I remember that everybody in my classroom, there was like 3 or 4 teachers. All 5th graders were really, really excited because it was their first time really stepping into university. I remember them. I remember seeing the clips of people saying that they were motivated into like stepping into a 4-year. Future doctors, lawyers, doing different things for their community.
Wow. Well, now, and you went through PCA too, did you? Pre-Collegiate Academy. That's such an amazing program. Victor, as a parent, I'd like to ask you, what is it like as a parent? What has it been for your children to have this opportunity? Tell us about that.
Well, I think it's great because my daughter started with the program since she was in 6th grade, and it's been a big challenge for her. We see the transformation and the way they study. It's harder. They gotta keep up with the homework and a lot of study. So the little girl that I had before, now she's seriously studying, and,
Really?
and it's harder and harder. But I see that she got the potential, and that is like gratification for me because as a parent, you always try to give the best for your kids.
What's your biggest worry as a parent?
Well, I'm coming from Mexico City, and we don't have a lot of resources, even when there's universities and everything. So I'm here in America, and I try to give the much that I can for my daughter. And one of the worries is not to provide school for her.
Oh, we're just so glad that you're here and able to express that. We're going to be watching a video that's 15 minutes long. I think it's from the Ed Fund, and it's talk about some of the encouraging options. And I'm wondering, I'd like to ask our 8th graders, what are some of the things that you might look for? What do you think you might need to know about college? Luz, how about you?
Well, what I'm wondering is what I want to study because I'm really open to a lot, but I still don't have my mindset on a specific career and what university I want to go to.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep your options open because so many things change all the time.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be a foreign ambassador. The last thing I thought I would be is a counselor for Oakland schools. And I've loved, that's been a fabulous career, right? So how about Luz, how about you? Or Lakana?
The one thing I'm really worried about college is that how I'm going to pay for it and what I'm going to major in while I study.
Okay. Those are things to be concerned about, huh? All right. Now, what if our 11th graders have a different idea? Oh, Nancy, what about you? You're an 11th grader. What kind of things are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about what college I want to go to, which environment fits better with me, and yeah.
Okay. Daniela?
What I'm really interested is studying children's psychology and political science. In one of those two fields I really want to study in or go into. But right now I'm kind of stuck in deciding what type of environment of university I want to go to. Because of the income of my parents, it's either like a UC or a private. I'm stuck in one of those two decisions.
Well, you might find out you might not be stuck. Let's find out. And Victoria, how about you?
Well, I've already seen my options on universities, but I haven't really focused on what college or what university I want to go to. But one of my options is to go to UC Merced.
Oh, that would be great. Have you visited the campus?
Yes, I have. I went on a school field trip.
See, those are the things that make a difference, don't they, when you get involved and you actually go and see what the opera. I'm so jealous you got to do that. Okay, I want to know what we should look for in the film. Yanira, tell us what we should look for in the film.
Okay. So we're about to see a clip that really focuses in sort of the struggles and the challenges of when applying to school and also going into school. So just looking in for that specific thing in the video.
Well, let's roll that 14-minute video now and be ready to come back with your questions and call in. And we hope that Dr. Hines will be able to join us by then. Let's roll that video now.
I want to be a teacher when I grow up.
The opportunity is out there, but you have to go and get it.
If you just dream big enough, the sky's the limit.
I've been a lot of places, seen a lot of things, and still, the miracles found in life continue to amaze me. And now, college, making it happen. Hello, I'm Edward James Olmos. Picture this with me for a moment. Kids, poor kids, rich kids, especially those who didn't seem to have a chance. Now, imagine a dream. And that dream coming true with just one simple word, education. How does that happen? The answer is almost too simple. I'm not saying easy, I'm saying simple. You make up your mind and you do it. If you're saying, no way, not me, that could never happen for me or my family. We're too poor. It's too tough. Nobody from my family's ever gone to college before. Think again. This is how it's done.
I didn't think it was all very possible either. I knew my parents couldn't put me through college.
And Savorn isn't alone.
With only one income, supporting 13 people is something that a lot of people would say impossible.
Money. In the past, it may have prevented some people from going to college. But today, that doesn't have to be the case. There are a variety of scholarships available, as well as grants, student loans, and jobs. Money isn't what's holding people back. Meet Danny.
I realize if I just keep trying and do what I'm doing, everything's possible. I just have to believe that.
Born with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, 28-year-old Danny Hansen isn't letting anything hold him back. A sheer determination to live is propelling him forward into a future that's beating the odds in more ways than one.
He'd had a pulmonary collapse, and so the doctor told us that we had about 15 minutes to make a decision whether to let him live or not.
We knew that we couldn't make the decision. We knew Danny had to make the decision.
And he couldn't talk, and so we got him a piece of paper to write, and the first thing he wrote is, "Life has been great, and after the trach, I'll fight on." So we hooked him up, and he's had a great life since.
A tracheotomy and breathing machine today keep Danny alive, but it's determination that keeps him going.
But you know, we all go through trials, and we can all overcome it if we believe we can.
It's the will. If someone wants to go to college, they will. But most kids need some kind of emotional and financial support. They also need help in deciding the right classes to take in school. And that's why it's important for parents to find out how to help their kids prepare for this endeavor. They can help kids with finding financial aid and preparing for tests, choosing their classes, and looking for schools or mentors. Savorn is a survivor and a pioneer in her family, and she's showing her younger brother and sisters the way.
I'm proud of her. I think of her like she's a big influence on me. Like whenever I can't do anything, I just look at her and I'm just really proud of her.
Proud because Savorn has just become the first in her family to go to college and graduate.
The opportunity for any person to attend college is always there. I think a lot of it comes from having people around them initially to give them the support.
From Cambodia to a small one-bedroom apartment she and her family shared in downtown Los Angeles, to one of the most glorious and wonderful nights of her life. Savorn is experiencing the joys a college education can bring. Student loans and scholarships made Savorn's education possible.
I've also been working and took out a loan, so I've been paying that off, and basically if you work hard enough, you can do anything.
Paying back a student loan. If you took out a student loan, that's part of the process. Already, Savorn has figured that out. If and when she wants to return to school, she'll be eligible for more loans. And she'll even be able to put the other debt on hold until she graduates with her new degree.
I graduated from Cal State Northridge.
I'll be graduating class of 2001. I got 2 degrees, BA in Political Science and Chicano Studies from the University of Cal State Northridge.
Bachelor of Science and a Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering.
I graduated from Cal Lutheran University.
I got my bachelor's degree at Cal State Northridge.
I have a bachelor's in art studio at UC Santa Barbara.
Hang on, we're not done yet. Of 11 children, 10 so far either already have or are on their way to graduating from college. Some started out at community colleges and transferred to four-year schools. A couple are now studying for master's degrees. And many are professionals working in their area of expertise. As for the baby, she's an honor student in high school and has every intention of following in the footsteps of her older brothers and sisters.
I'm the youngest. I'm 17. I'm the youngest of 11.
The Perez family lives in a small home in the midst of the San Fernando Valley. in Southern California. Well, they may have been short on cash. They've never been short on hopes and dreams.
Thank God I have my parents and my family there. Like, we know you can do it. We know you can do it, and they do. They see so much potential in me that sometimes I don't even see.
He's my biggest inspiration. He's someone that has never given up on me. I hope that when I'm a father, if I'm at least 50% of what he is, I'm gonna be just fine, and I'm gonna try to be 100% of what he is.
Come 2001, I'll have that degree, and it's gonna be for my entire family because they're the ones that deserve it.
They're part of the reason why we did go to school. They were our support. They were our financial assistance when we needed it. My mom, she always cooked for us when we would go home from school, and anytime I needed anything, they were there.
As you can imagine, there's a collection of diplomas in this household. And yes, they all go on the living room wall.
It's gonna go, and they're gonna stay here. After we get married, they're all gonna stay here. Oh, do the best.
Sam Perez and his wife Maria are from Mexico. They had very little education, yet getting their kids through college was a priority. And that meant learning how to help their kids choose the right classes to prepare them for college, and finding out how to take advantage of financial aid. And you may not know this, but these days, 80% of students going to college use financial aid.
I use pretty much about everything: scholarships, grant, university grant, Pell Grant, a couple loans, and work study as well.
They saw that when they came to this country that there was an opportunity. They wanted to make sure that we also took part in that education process so that we could better our lives.
And when I was in school, when I felt like quitting, I kept thinking about them and thinking about my dad, like when he came to this country and under the conditions that he came in. And I thought, well, if he stayed here under those conditions, what I'm doing is a piece of cake. And that's what he would always say, oh, it's a piece of cake. You can do anything, And it wasn't a piece of cake, but compared to his struggle, it was.
I remember seeing my father leaving work in pretty much dirty clothes and having to come back in dirtier clothes, dirtier hands, dirtier faces.
From an early age, Jorge Aguilar remembers wanting to go to college. Somehow, he knew it would be his ticket out of the fields.
It's very difficult sometimes when you grow up in a small community and you know everyone in the community to leave the community. And in looking back at why I may have done it, I know that it was because I wanted to acquire an education and I didn't want to live the way my parents had to live.
Jorge is working for the University of California's Early Academic Outreach Program, doing outreach to students in various schools, including this one in his old hometown of Parlier.
Once you acquire an education, it will bring some benefits, and one of the benefits is the material things that you can acquire. But more importantly than the material things that you can acquire with a college degree, I think is this sense of empowerment of what you become to your younger brothers and sisters, what you become to the neighborhood kids in your neighborhood, what you become to the children at the schools that you attended.
Jorge says this is why he went to college. He wants to break the cycle of poverty in Parlier and other struggling communities. What many people don't realize is that these days, college is more affordable than ever. Some schools are more expensive than others, but in California, for example, there are a variety to choose from. In fact, there are 300 schools. They're broken into 5 different sectors. There's the California Community Colleges, the California State Universities, and the University of California. Those are public systems of higher education funded through taxpayer dollars. The fourth system of higher education in California is known as the independent sector, colleges and universities that are not supported by taxpayer funds. They are sometimes referred to as private colleges. The fifth category consists of accredited colleges that specialize in preparing students for a particular career. The saying, "It takes a village to raise a child," it kind of applies to education as well. Our children need all the support they can get preparing for college. There are many things parents, brothers, sisters, friends, teachers, and neighbors can do to help. Information is key. Parents can start planning for a child's future as early as elementary school by talking with teachers, knowing what courses your kids are taking, and finding out which ones will best prepare them for college. All this should be available through your child's school. Parents just need to ask. So why go to college? Purcell Keeling can answer that.
It gave me the technical background to go into business. I took a lot of business classes. That was my major. I got an athletic scholarship out of high school to UCLA, and I actually ran for UCLA really just 1 year. I had a problem with the coach, but I was smart enough, I think, at that time. I went to class every day, and I went to practice every day, and I was able to fulfill my dream as far as getting a degree. You know, adversity for me was what made me strong. One of the things that got me through UCLA was my physiology teacher in high school. She was the last person that I got my grades from, and we kind of didn't hit it off that much, but I remember when I got my grades from her, she told me that I wasn't UCLA material. She had heard that I had gotten a scholarship, and she said, "You're not UCLA material." I went there, I was a salutatorian, and all you can do is run. And it really hurt me when she said that to me. Whenever I thought about giving up, and granted, I'm no different than anybody else, but I thought about what this teacher told me, and I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of being right. So I dug deeper, and that's what pulled me through.
Simply Wholesome. That's what Purcell calls his establishment. It's located in Los Angeles and is the largest African-American owned and operated restaurant and store of its kind in America.
It's sending out a message to people in the community and a lot of young people that if you work really hard, this is what you can do. The opportunity is out there, but you have to go and get it. Nobody's going to knock on the door and say, and hand it to you.
To the sheer amazement and joy of his family, this is Danny's graduation from California State University, Sacramento, where he's receiving a bachelor's degree in public relations. With not a dry eye in the place, Danny delivered the keynote address in his traditional fashion, using every bit of his heart and soul.
I hope when you look at me, you see more than this wheelchair or this ventilator. But I hope that you can see the smile on my face and the twinkle in my eye. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Danny, and all the other college graduates out there. You truly have done something remarkable. I'm Edward James Olmos.
Wow, I am always jazzed by that video and encouraged. Luz, tell me, what were some of the things that you noticed in the film tonight?
Well, what was encouraging to me was the family that had 11 kids, and like they all were successful to go to college. And to me, that's inspiring because there's parents that have less kids, and if a family of 11 can do it, I think students can put enough work for them to be able to go to college.
So we're wondering, how does somebody get motivated to do that? Any insights on that, Victor?
As a parent, you try to provide the best that you can, but this guy, he has 3 jobs, and I have 1 job and a half because I work Monday through Saturday. Try to do my effort.
Wow, so that's something to inspire those kids. Wow, anybody else have a comment about the video before we move on? All right, here we go. You know, we have a very special guest with us tonight, and I'm very happy to introduce Dr. William Hines, who is the president of Holy Names University right here in Oakland. And your university, Dr. Hines, has made a very bold promise to some of our ninth graders. Can you tell us about that?
Sure, Marilyn. There are two perceptions, at least, that hold young people back from college. One is that I could never go to college. And the second is, even if I could go to college, I couldn't afford to go to college. So what we're trying to do is to break both of those perceptions and open those doors, if you will. And we do that by having something called the Early Admit Program. And we say to ninth graders or freshmen in high school, if you will take the pre-collegiate courses that the state universities and the private universities ask you to do, and you pass all of those courses, and you get a minimum of a 2.7 grade point average as you graduate, then you are already admitted to Holy Names University, and you already have a minimum $9,000 scholarship. And if you have greater need, if you are an academic achiever, or if you're a good athlete, then that can go as high as $18,000. And furthermore, you don't have to take the ACT, and you don't have to take the SAT, because we think those are not the best predictors of how people will do in college. We know they will do best by their grade point average. So we've started this program with Oakland Unified and with West Contra Costa, and also with the Catholic schools in Oakland.
Wow, that is just amazing. So now, and what kind of research have you done? Has it been on your own students at Holy Names, or was just broad general research? How did you decide to offer this to ninth graders?
Well, as Sister Barbara Bray, who was the superintendent of the Catholic school, said, this is a great program. Let's put it in place for 6 months, and then let's go after the 7th and 8th graders. So the sooner that a young person realizes they can go to college and that they can afford to go to college, then the more motivated they are. So the research that we did was simply the counselors in those 3 school districts. Over the years, we have seen that the grade point average predicts with much greater accuracy whether a student will do well than whatever score they got on the SAT.
Well, that's just wonderful for you to recognize that and make an absolute commitment to our students. In fact, what's really exciting, this young man sitting right next to you, Manuel, it happens to be one that got one of these letters, and I heard about it. Manuel, tell us what this has meant to you.
Well, I'm really grateful for this letter because due to all the situation involved in college, the tuition is on a rise, and thanks to this letter, it can help my parents pay for my college and help me be motivated to go to college, because when I first got this letter, I was very proud of myself for being eligible to qualify and everything, and yeah.
How did you happen to qualify? How did you qualify?
I just focused on my schoolwork, did my homework, did my best on tests, and I got above a 2.7 GPA.
So is that how somebody did they identify you at the school, or how did that happen?
I just got the letter. But
you just got the letter in the mail, huh?
Yeah.
That was a surprise?
Yeah, because I never knew any program like that existed until then.
So now, we don't know, of course, that you're going to go to Holy Names, but what kind of subjects might you be interested in?
Currently, I'm interested in a lot of things, but I just know that I'm going to college.
You just know that you're going to college. I mean, did this make a difference for you?
Yeah, I'm more interested in college, and I've been looking into several different other colleges, but I'm looking into Holy Names.
Well, now, do you have to make a commitment early?
No.
What did you find out in that letter?
I learned that it's just like a secure spot for Holy Names, and also you can also look into other colleges as well.
Wow, that is just fantastic. In fact, we're inviting people to call in, and our new number is 510-451-5907. There it is up on the screen, 510-451-5907. I hear the phone's ringing, and I've got a text message coming in. Caller? Okay, Dr. Hines, let's see, tell us a little bit more about what kind of things are offered at Holy Names that our students might not know about in Oakland.
Well, I think we're primarily known for our education program. For example, just recently, we received a $5 million grant from the Department of Education for the training of teachers to teach in the school districts in our area. and also for retraining of teachers as sort of master teachers. We're also known for our business programs. We have about 1,300 students, about 700 undergraduate, and about 400 graduate.
Well, this is going to be exciting to see if the ranks are swelled in 4 years to see what difference your program has made. I predict that it will. I think we have a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Speak up. Yes, hello. Hello, what is your question?
This is a question for Dr. Hans, please. Hello?
Yes.
Dr. Hans, it is an honor to talk to you today and to thank you for sharing the information with us from Holy Names. And that gives my son a sense of confidence and accomplishment. And what I was wondering, how were the students that received the letter selected?
Well, basically, what we said with the high school counselors is anyone who is a 9th grader and who you think has potential, please offer them this program. So the program really depends on the students' commitment and their achievement of that 2.7 minimum grade point average. So I think what the counselors are doing is they're giving them to individuals who they know have the high likelihood of succeeding. And otherwise you see the program as it is. We're already getting other school districts and other schools who would like to be part of the program. But we started with the 3 school districts we knew the best, and we started with the schools that we trusted the most because we knew that their students and their grades were very dependable.
Wow, thank you so much. We're so glad that you're here, and we'll be able to hopefully.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller.
Okay.
All right, now let's move right along. We got 3 more clips, and Victoria, I'd like to come back to you. Now, you're at Life Academy, is that right? And how does the CCIC, the College and Career Information Center, how is that helping you?
Well, the CCIC at my school, Life Academy, really helps me to keep in track with my A through G requirements and also for the to apply for the ACT test and the SAT. So that's how I'm going to go very soon to the CCIC at my school, and I'm going to apply for one of the ACTs.
Excellent. In fact, I was just at an ACT workshop this week. I mean, there are a lot of really, really good pieces of information that you can get. So I'm glad you're doing that. We've got a clip that we did last year from the CCIC. Let's roll that clip now.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm a UC Berkeley student majoring in social welfare and Spanish, and I work at the CCIC as a college advisor here at Life Academy. I help students learn about college and how to get there. We guide them through SAT registration, and we go through transcripts with the seniors and make sure that they're on track to graduate and to get into a CSU or UC of their choice. Well, I think one of the things that East Bay Consortium really stresses is that no matter where the student is in their life or where they come from, even if they have a low GPA, there's always some way that we can inspire them to do well after high school. So even if the student is below a 2.0, which is a requirement for a lot of the colleges, they can still get to community college and they can still get to a vocational program that will help them get to a good job.
My name's Sakari Brown. I'm a senior at Life Academy. Go over my transcripts and my grades to see if I could apply for UCs or CSUs. I want to be a nurse. For my internship, I shadowed nurses, and I like their jobs and just everything that they do and how they help the people. San Jose State, San Francisco, probably Chico, and I don't know. Those are the only ones I have so far. Getting all my grades and my credits I need to graduate and to be able to apply to CSUs. I've taken my first one. I've taken my first SAT. It wasn't as I expected. It was hard. It was a lot of things I've never seen before. I didn't feel confident. But I didn't do as bad as I thought I would. Because without them, I wouldn't know everything I need to apply and to graduate, and I wouldn't know the options I have, like for colleges and everything I have to do. Like, probably without their help, I probably wouldn't have taken my SAT or known about a lot of schools.
Wow, that was just amazing. Yanira, tell us about your path so far.
Well, after attending Jefferson and going to the pre-college academy, EBC actually provided me a lot of things like having a mentor, having other students around, doing field trips, helping me and telling me about my A through G's earlier on. I was able to go to a lot of different campuses around. If they weren't able to provide, for example, field trips to different campuses. My junior year, I went for a whole week down to SoCal to see very different universities. I got to see like 15 to 20 campuses within like 7 days, that was pretty interesting. It kept my options open to where I wanted to apply. So far, I've been doing pretty good. My senior year, I was able to apply to a lot of scholarships, a lot of schools. They helped me with financial aid, with my letters of rec, a lot of like professional development as well. And now I'm at SF State and I'm really enjoying it there.
That's awesome. You know, now Krishna, our senior, you were on the show last year. Is that right?
Yes.
As an 11th grader. And I'm wondering, what kind of changes now have happened for you from 11th to 12th grade?
Definitely. There's been a lot of changes moving into the 12th grade because now I'm applying for colleges. I'm interested in screenwriting or like film, and so I'm looking for schools that specialize in that career pathway. So I'm in the process of applying for colleges right now at Met West High School through the help of EBC, and I just submitted all my CSU apps, and now I'm working on my UC apps, and it's going really, really good.
That is exciting. And how did you get interested in film?
I got interested in film last year for my internship program at Met West High School. We have a Learning Through Internship program there, and it's more of like a career-based thing where you go on Tuesdays and Thursdays to your specific site and learn through experience, real world experience.
Wow. Well, what kind of advice are you giving Lakana?
Do good in school. If you need help on your homework, let me know.
Pretty nice to have a big brother, huh? Okay. Well, you know, we visited your CCIC at Met West right here last year, and let's take a look and roll that clip now.
Hello, my name is Nancy Roman. I'm a program coordinator here with the East Bay Consortium. I run College and Career Information Center. So welcome to our College and Career Information Center here at Met West High School. So come on in.
Okay.
So you can see students are currently working on their personal statements, college applications, and let's check in with some of them.
I'm Nick, and I'm working on my college applications, my personal statement, and like reviewing my whole transcript, trying to get everything down right. I'm getting help right here. Well, before this, I was totally lost. So basically, it just guided me, let me know what to put where. Making sure I don't apply for just a whole bunch of random different schools, and I use my fee waivers for the right purpose. I'm looking towards environmental studies or nutrition, but that may change. I don't know yet.
My name is Lachey Robinson, and I go to Met West High School, and I'm a senior. I'm working on my personal statement, and earlier I was working on scholarships and finding out more information from Dillard University about like if they need a personal statement and if they need.
Call the office.
Oh, I had a question about admissions too. So I've been calling them, like bugging them. Like the recruiter, he knows me by name because I'm always calling. Well, I've already applied to CSU, SAC, Northridge, Monterey, and East Bay. I've also applied to TSU, Texas Southern, Wiley, and Alabama. I either want to do nursing or mass communications. Well, I've done like mini drives, and I've been getting people to look at it and revise it, and I'm just making changes. I'm really determined. Like, ever since East Bay Consumptions came here, like, I've been down here every day trying to like get everything done and better my chances of getting into college. And I've been like I messed up like really badly in my 9th grade year. Like I've been doing like credit recovery and stuff like that. Like some students, they just wait, like they just want to graduate, but I actually want to go to college. My 10th grade year, I just realized that I have to go to college to do the things that I want to do. Like, I don't know, I don't want to be rich, but I want to be wealthy.
My name is Christopher Dugai. I'm a senior at Oakland High. To work on my college apps.
How did you know to come here?
My sister. Choose to go to her because it's easier to talk to her. Well, it's easier to talk to people here. No, I'm not done with the apps yet.
Okay, where are you going to apply?
SFSU. Right now, I'm not sure. Like my major, I'm probably gonna go undeclared.
Man, that's great. Some of those people you saw in that clip are in college right now, and we had even hoped a couple of them would have been back with us today. But as you know, they're off to college and away from Oakland at this time and send their greetings. You know, what was fun, I'm going to go to you, Nancy, because Nancy, I met you when you were in 8th grade at your school, United for Success, I believe, and you were doing this amazing program, and you were pretty shy, as I recall. And we got you on a clip and on the show. And here you are. You've edited a clip for us tonight. I'm so excited. So tell us about you and how you got to be a Katie Well intern.
Well, my school does workplace learning experience, which is basically an internship. And it was basically based on a career, so I chose to come here because I'm really interested in photography and film.
Well, okay, and so you did a big job with me when we went out to college day. Cynthia, tell us about college day at University, California.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, College Day happens every year. This was our 34th annual College Information Day. It happens at Wheeler Hall. And we have representatives from all the systems in California, but also out-of-state colleges and universities. And some of the workshops that take place are how to apply to the UC, learning about the different independent colleges, what are the financial aid options available. We even have workshops for middle school students and parents about how to prepare since your younger years to be college eligible once you get to high school. So it's a really fun day. It's a half day, and look forward again in October of next year.
Well, you know, one of the things that I thought was so important this year was that you had a really good workshop on undocumented students and how we're helping them. Anything you'd like to say about that briefly?
So we always address what are the financial aid options available for undocumented students in our financial aid workshops, but this year we did have a great opportunity to offer a workshop that was specific for undocumented students. Particularly, it came right at the right time after the DREAM Act passed, so we were able to give information about what are the financial aid options available under AB 540 and the new AB 130 and AB 131 programs that grant Cal Grant scholarship for students. So it was a great opportunity. We partnered with the Educators for Fair Consideration, who came and gave great information. So.
Oh, that was awesome. All right, we're going to go see what College Day looked like, and thanks to Nancy, we have a great clip. Let's roll that clip now.
Today, the students are asking about the eligibility requirements to get into college. I'm very happy to see a lot of juniors and sophomores here so that we can start to plan for them. Also, questions about our most popular majors, and also where Chico is. A lot of people don't know where Chico is.
We want to know a lot about the school, what the students are like, what majors we offer, how big is a common question that we get.
Kids are asking us, can I go to college? Am I college material? Am I smart enough for college? Will I stay at college?
To live on campus or not to live on campus? For those of you who are going to colleges that are close to your hometown where you grew up, how did you decide whether to live in a dorm or live at home?
A lot of people suggest this your first 2 years you live on dorms just so you can get connected. Because a lot of people live off campus their freshman year and their sophomore year. Like I have friends and like they don't know what to do at home once they're at home, and then they can't, like, the access is limited because it's like a big gap from school to town, and then getting there is a hassle too. Like if I have a 8:30 class, I have to wake up an extra 3 hours where I only wake up like 10 minutes before class, and I make it on time.
I learned about how you can enter college and what classes do they have, and the financial aids and the scholarships for colleges.
College is kind of tough to get in, and you gotta like really pay attention in high school.
Well, the first workshop we were at, we learned about scholarships and how important high school is, and that colleges are really important.
There's a lot of money out for a lot of us students that are planning to go to out-of-state schools.
The student that is most successful as Chico is someone who perhaps is a little bit more laid back, is committed to sustainability or diversity initiatives. I think all students can be successful at Chico State.
Our students are very creative, both academic and as well as hands-on. So we look for a well-rounded student and a very unique student.
Students who are interested in a small liberal arts education with a strong focus on liberal arts are students that are the most successful. So.
That was amazing. And Nancy, you did a superb job of editing. I think that's one of the most creative jobs around. And it just amazes me how you could give raw clip to 6 different people and you get maybe 6 different interesting results. Luz, or Lakana, you were at that college day. Tell us what that meant for you.
I got to like meet a lot of college representatives, and they talked about like what their college had to offer and like what we would get out from going to their college. So
all right, and that's a good time to start and getting all that information you can. Now, I've got a text message. Can you believe it? They tell me not to bring my cell phone, but here's a text. Here's somebody that has texted in and said, I have a 7th grader not motivated to go to school. How do I motivate him? Anybody have any ideas? How are we going to motivate a 7th grader who doesn't even, not even wanting to go to school now? Ideas? Okay.
I think that some
Victoria.
Okay, so I think that 7th grader should know that college would really benefit you on the long run, and people who go to college make more than people who have just jobs instead of careers. So that's why I think that they should mainly focus on the benefits of it.
Okay, any other ways we might get to a 7th grader? Dr. Hines.
Well, the first thing I would do would be ask, what is this 7th grader interested in? What is the 7th grader interested in? Is it he or she? Are they interested in video games? Are they interested in reading? Or what are they interested in? Where do they want to spend their time? And then I'd find a way to connect that with college and what a college degree could give you and take you further. Let's say they're interested in sports. Let's say they like the movie Jerry Maguire. Well, you might want to talk about what it takes to be an NFL representative. You've got to go to college and you've got to go to law school probably if you're going to be really successful. So that might be a way to interest them.
Wow. All right. Now I'm hearing that we might have a minute left. Anybody else want to mention what a mentor might do for you?
I would like to say, as a parent, I think you have a lot of work to do, and you're the only one knows what your kids need, what your kids enjoy most. Today, most of our kids are into the video games. So if it's a career, it's going to take him to the university, to the what he likes. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Now, Diana, I'm going to come back to you to give a last word. What would you like to say to our audience?
I would just encourage that for all students who are watching that even though college might seem a little bit overwhelming, don't be afraid to ask for help, because there's plenty of people at your school and outside your school that can help you and really want you to be successful. So good luck, and don't forget to ask for help.
All right, we are going to college.